Well, this is it. You've studied hard in anticipation of exam day, hoping that soon you'll be able to start your new real estate career. And now here it is. Tomorrow is the day. What can you do to make sure you are ready to make the most of this opportunity? You want to be fresh when you take your exam. Regardless of how hard you work to prepare, simple mistakes the night before can impact your performance when it matters most. Here are 7 tips to keep in mind the night before the test, so when the morning comes, you're at your best for the real estate exam. Number 1, studying the night before. You should not be tackling brand new information the night before your test. It is not a good time to be doing practice exams. Any activity that requires a lot of focus and concentration will probably be an exercise in frustration at this point. It's better to use this time to do a basic review of what you have been studying. My recommendation is to review your vocabulary at this point. Reviewing the terminology will help you cover much more material in a short period of time, and it doesn't take the same amount of concentration as trying to learn something new. Use this time to solidify what you already know, which will also help your confidence going into the exam. See a word, see a simple definition, and move on. Number 2, don't do a cram session. Cramming is stressful, and for most people, it's also ineffective. It may seem like you're making the most of your time by studying until the last possible minute, but by not giving your brain a chance to rest, you're actually making it harder to recall the information you studied. In fact, most people do not retain that much when they try to cram new material at the last minute. These short, hectic study sessions do not allow your brain enough time to move information from your short-term memory back to your long-term memory, which is responsible for accessing and retrieving information for later use. Instead of cramming, prepare. Study for short periods of time with exercise or relaxing breaks in between. This will boost your long-term retention and reduce any anxiety you might have. Number 3, sleep well. One of the most important things people overlook the night before a test is sleep. Getting a full night's sleep helps your brain's ability to recall what you've studied. The key to feeling refreshed and well-rested on exam day is to go to bed at a set time each night leading up to the exam. For me, it's impossible the night before the exam to just say, okay, ready to sleep now. There is simply too much going on in my head. And if I haven't created a good sleep pattern, I won't be able to fall asleep early, especially if I am not tired or if I have anxiety about the upcoming test. That is why it is important to start developing a sleep pattern the week before the exam. Wake up early and go to bed early for at least a week before your test date. This helps ensure you'll be able to get enough sleep the night before your exam. Make it a practice to get a good night's rest after an intense day of learning and studying, as that helps your brain to retain as much information as possible. You also want to make sure you're getting good rest for several nights leading up to the exam, and not just the night before. Fatigue can set in after missing only one night of sleep. This can impair your short-term memory and leave you unable to focus. You can improve your overall learning ability and memory by maintaining a regular sleep schedule that meets your study needs. Sleep, particularly deep sleep, is critical for memory formation. New connections between neurons form while you are sleeping, creating memories from your day. In order to reach the optimal number of cycles of memory promoting deep sleep, aim to get a full 8 hours before the big day. Number 4, eat properly. Your diet affects more than just your weight. If you drastically change what you eat in the days or nights before the exam, you could impact your ability to focus. So it's a good idea to eat healthy, but within the parameters of your usual diet. If you want to do well on the exam, it's important to give your brain the energy it needs for optimal performance. That means eating a good meal the night before the test, while you're doing your final review of the material. And do not forget hydration. When you're stressed, it's easy to forget to drink water. Dehydration decreases alertness and impairs concentration. Keep a water bottle at your desk to remind you to drink from it regularly. Drink less as you get closer to bedtime, though, so you don't interrupt your sleep by having to get up in the middle of the night. Also, plan out your breakfast the night before the exam. Give yourself some extra time in the morning to eat and get ready for the day so you don't feel rushed. Research shows that students who eat breakfast do significantly better in exams than those who do not. A high-performance breakfast will have a good source of protein for alertness, like eggs or Greek yogurt. Whole grain carbohydrates for sustained mental energy. Oatmeal is great, as well as fruits or vegetables for maximum brain power. Number 5, be prepared. The night before the exam, you should have every detail of your morning planned out. Start by setting your alarm so you do not oversleep. Gather all the materials you'll need for your test the next day and pack everything the night before. This will help you avoid the panic that comes with searching for things at the last minute when you should be trying to get out the door. There is more to good test preparation than studying, and that includes having the right items on hand. Find out what you need to bring or have ready during your exam and organize it all the night before so there are no surprises in the morning. And of course, do some research the night before so you know where you're going and what your parking situation will be, and of course, what traffic could look like. Number 6, relax. How many times have you made a good decision while in panic mode? Probably not many. Anxiety can cause a restless night's sleep, distressing you enough that, come exam time, you might hurry through questions or not read them correctly and make poor answer choices. Reduce your anxiety the night before with a short study session or take time to do something relaxing so you can feel refreshed and calm on exam day. Take some time before bed to put away your study notes and relax. Read a book, write in a journal, or talk to your family. This will help you wind down before bed, which will make it easier to get a good night's sleep so your brain can process the information you reviewed that evening. Number 7, get some exercise. Aerobic exercise gets your blood circulating and stimulates your hippocampus, the area of the brain involved in memory and learning. Consider doing some moderately strenuous exercise like a brisk walk, shooting hoops, or doing a few laps in the pool. Exercise decreases pre-exam stress and anxiety and improves the quality of your sleep. Just make sure not to do it too late in the evening so it doesn't keep you up. And don't get too crazy with the exercise before the exam. Activities that leave you tired, sore, or with heavy physical strain can divert your focus during a test. While some exercise is great for memory improvement and energy, heavy exercise can cause more harm than good. It's better to choose something low impact like yoga or walking that won't put your body into a painful recovery mode the next day. In conclusion, remember the night before the exam, you want to review what you know. Don't try to cram, sleep well, eat well, prepare ahead of time, and stay relaxed, but get some exercise. Following these 7 simple guidelines will help you be at your best for the test. This is Joe from PrepAgent wishing you good luck on your exam and reminding you to keep it concise and keep it simple.